For me, Portland-based runner, coming here in '89, opening up a new medical center called Polymomy. I ran the operating room as a nurse, and one of my first anesthesiologists to give anesthesia for surgery was Duncan Macdonald.
Wow.
Not knowing his history. And one of the general surgeons that I'm a longtime friend with goes, "Do you know who's giving anesthesia?" And I go, "No." And he gave it to me. But what was so cool is Duncan never showed what his accomplishments were. It was incredible, his humbleness, his ability to be such a down-to-earth guy. And so even to this day, I'm still in surgery as a sales rep and get to intertwine with him and allow him to share with me his love for running. Unfortunately, he's not comfortable right now with COVID, so that's why he's not here. I wanted him so much to be, and he was committed. But then at the last minute, with maybe the surgeon, I don't know, he decided to not come. And I wanted his daughter, as most of you know, is a very accomplished runner as well. And I wanted her to do this rather than me. So unfortunately, you have to put up with me. But I really can't even fathom the level of accomplishment that Duncan has done. I agree. Everyone in this room, as we've seen, Connie, Jonathan, Johnny, on and on, Tim, we've taken the bar to a whole new level. But I really think that some reason Duncan was gifted to a level that I will never understand. I love running. You are so much a part of my family. But to take it to that level, I want you to just step out of your norm and just picture what it was like for him. And I'm not saying I can do it, but maybe you can. So I'm going to read it. You guys could read it yourself, but I'm going to emphasize being a runner, what I think is so impressive. Bear with me. Olympian Duncan Macdonald is Hawaii's most accomplished distance runner and a highly successful coach. So to me, and I can relate to it, I love running, but now it's so fun to give back. And he ran, he gave, he performed, but now he's coming, and for years he's come back and given to the community. And I think that's pretty cool. So, in the 70s, 80s, he recorded world-class times in every distance between 800 meters and the marathon. His career started here on Oahu in Kailua High School, where he was a two-time state cross-country champion and two-time state champion in the mile. He held state records in the mile at 4:11. I remember doing a 5:11 in high school, thinking that was awesome. A minute faster, and then his 800 or half mile was 1:52. Add a couple minutes, I'm okay with that. And then, so he moves and he does his schooling at Stanford, med school, all of that. And he set a school record at Stanford. He does a mile at 3:59. To me, I just can't imagine that. Becoming the first school sub 4-minute mile. He was inducted into the Stanford University Athletics Hall of Fame in '79. His personal bests at various distances on the track include half, 149, 1500, he ran at 340. A mile is still brought down somewhere after Stanford and brought it down to 358. 3,000 meter at 751. I don't know, that's just so far out there. A 2 mile at 819. Sorry guys, it's just not there. A 5K at 1319 and a 10K at 28. Now I know Johnny could possibly run that, but not today. His personal best at various distances on the road include a 15K at 44 minutes, a 20K at 101, and a marathon, which many of us have done, he knocked it out at 2 hours and 12 minutes. I remember talking in surgery about him being on the Olympic team, and because of the politics with our country, he was not able to go and represent us. And I could feel his level of disappointment. I think his heart, his mind, you train, and now it goes away because of what was going on with our boycott with Russia. And so in '76, he apparently was available, or did it. The notes say '76 Olympic Games, Montreal. So he did that and finished 7th in the 5,000 meter. In the US Olympic trials, he finished 6th in the 1500, and that was back in '72. He finished 2nd in the 5,000 meter in '76, and 11th in the marathon. In '76, he flew to Europe, went to Stockholm, and broke, some people may know the name of Steve Prefontaine, he broke Steve's record in the 5,000 and came up with a 13:19 time. I don't know, it's just way out of my realm. And then in '77 at the National AAU, there was a 25K championship held at Schofield Barracks, and he broke Frank Shorter's US record with a time of 1:17. Then the last is they did US National Championships. He finished a 10K in '76 and '81, or he finished 2nd doing that. And then finished 1st at a 25K road race in '77 and '78. Then it goes on for him. He does US national teams. He's 1973 for the United States against Russia in some indoor competition. '76 US Olympic team. '77 FISU World University Games. And '80 cross country. Then he takes it on. And I remember running that symphony run, starting at Triangle Park in the '90s, and he won that. He wasn't the young boy at that race, right? So Masters running, he finished 4th at the 1500 at the World Masters Championship for the 40-44. Another race, he finished 1st at the 5,000 meter at the Masters Championship at the age group of 55-59. Back here at home, he won the marathon, the Honolulu Marathon 3 times. Inaugural was 1973, he won it in '76, and he won it in 1980. He won the inaugural Radiolola run in '85. Won numerous local road great as some of us are old enough to remember. But his coaching career, again, what I mentioned before, giving back. USATF Level 1 Coaching Certificate, USATF Level 2 Coaching Certificate, Distance, Sprints, and Hurdles. Kailua AA. Punahou played a huge role in coaching them. I remember running trails up there by, a nature center and seeing him out there coaching the different teams, the cross-country team for the girls up there running the hills up to that road from the lower level. And anyway, so he did a state champion 17 times between 1999 and 2021. He also did Punahou Boys Cross Country State Championships 2 times, 1919 and 2021. I'm sorry, 2019 and 2021. As I've mentioned before, Duncan is a board-certified anesthesiologist in Honolulu, and he's still practicing. Like I said, I see him all the time. He lives in Kailua with his wife, Darby, and his 2 daughters, Erie and Papia, and loves his 2 grandchildren. He talks to me all the time about how that is so fun for him. So again, the point is the guy has taken running to a whole new level, representing Hawaii, and that's what I want to say. And thank you all for letting us celebrate what he's